Hi guys, welcome to the Self-Devotion Project. We are starting week 11 today. Before we go into that, let's just quickly summarize last week, week 10, which the technique of the week was guided imagery, so otherwise known as guided visualization. So what I did was every single night as I was laying down in bed ready to go to sleep, I would take myself through a 10-minute guided imagery. And for me, it was all about focusing on speeding up my weight loss, because that is something that I am actively working on. During this 30 weeks, I had 30 kilos to lose, approximately 25 to 30. So I was hoping for a kilo a week, but things were kind of going quite slowly to about 0.5 a week. So I thought, okay, I'm going to use the guided imagery technique every single night this week and just see if I can speed up that weight loss a little bit. So I would actually focus on seeing myself as slim at the time that I'm hoping to be at the weight that I'd like to get to. I would visualize and imagine my cells healing and clearing of toxicity. I would imagine my metabolism speeding up. I would even work on my thyroid, so the throat chakra. I would imagine it, clearing and then spinning, which would obviously then help the thyroid to kind of speed up and get things moving a bit better. Anyway, to cut a long story short, did it work? It did indeed. So this week I actually lost 2 kilos. That's right, 2 whole kilos. That's like 4 times the speed of every other week. So I guess to me, that just shows the power of guided visualization, guided imagery. So remember, the difference between guided visualization and guided imagery is that with imagery, we really put all of our senses into it. So we really feel into what we're imagining, what we're visualizing. We feel it with every sense of our body. It's not just about seeing it in your mind's eye. So that's what I did. Yeah, I tackled it a couple of different ways. So every night was kind of a different kind of an imagery, whether it was seeing myself in the future or whether it was working on the parts of the body that needed to kind of work a bit quicker or faster or needed some healing. So that's really exciting. That's something that I definitely want to keep up. Guided visualization or guided imagery is great for weight loss. And I mean, one of the most famous people in the world who uses guided visualization as his main, I suppose, technique is John Gabriel. So he's kind of like a weight loss guru, I guess you could say. He lost, I don't know, like over 100 kilos, I think it was, more than 10 years ago, and has kept it off all this time and built quite an empire in helping thousands of other people do the same thing. And yeah, his main technique is this guided visualization. So yeah, if you're really wanting to lose weight and you're finding that things are just a bit stagnant or they're not moving at the sort of rate that you would like, give it a try. I'm sure that if you Google John Gabriel or just even Google guided visualization or guided imagery for weight loss, you will find some meditations there that you can use if you're not feeling confident to actually, take yourself through a visualization or an imagery on your own. Okay, so moving on now, week 11. Sorry, my the throat's got a bit of a frog in it. Week 11 is going to be all about engaging in passions. Okay, so things that I am passionate about. Well, one thing that I'm really passionate about. So I'm actually going to focus on one thing that I'm extremely passionate about, but do it in different ways. So for me, it's music. It always has been. Since I was knee-high to a grasshopper's eye, music was my number one thing, whether it was playing an instrument, whether it was singing, creating music, writing my own music, So this week for me, every single day, I'm going to devote myself to some time. I'm not going to give it a specific time, but at least, 15 minutes minimum, where I'm either going to sing, I'm going to play one of my many instruments, or I'm going to create or write, I suppose, if you like, music, compose, arrange music, which is kind of good timing because I am creating a light and love sourcing meditation to give for free on my webpage, which will be launching soon. And yeah, that obviously includes music. So, okay, for you guys today, I'm just going to play you a little bit of this beautiful tank drum that I acquired last week. It was getting made specifically for me, and it took a couple of months to get to me since ordering. but it is absolutely divine. Now, I'm definitely going to be playing a little bit of this every day for myself this week during the technique of the week of engaging in passions. And the benefit of these kind of instruments, like what I'm about to show you, is that not only, is it fun to play, but it's also really, really relaxing. So, the sound, the vibration that comes out of the instrument is very soothing and very relaxing, and even shifts your energy. Gorgeous. I'm going to try and find a way to incorporate that into some of the meditations I end up writing. So, passions, engaging in passions. Sometimes people will say to me, well, I don't have anything that I'm passionate about. And I just don't know that that's true. I think that everybody has at least one thing that they love doing. I often say to clients, think about back to when you were a child. What was it that you spent a lot of your time doing? I know for me, every day after school, I'd spend 3 hours in my room singing. So for me, singing has kind of always been my number one passion, followed very closely by, playing music, composing music, and listening to music, and dancing as well, which kind of goes in a similar arena. But everybody has at least one thing that they at least used to enjoy and perhaps haven't done it for a really long time. So I encourage you to really think about the things that you enjoyed doing as a child that you may be able to bring back into your life. I think people underestimate just how important having passions in your life are, because they really truly are important. How are we going to be happy in this life if the only things we do are go to work, go to sleep, and do it all over again, I guess. Obviously we have important, family relationships, lovers, friends, all of that is very important. But I think having something just for you, something that you just love doing, something that puts you in that space of creativity where, you just feel alive and flowing with life. You just can't underestimate that, the value of that for your health and overall well-being. So please, if you don't have anything that you regularly engage in that you're passionate about, I urge you to think about that, to really think about that and see what you come up with. So for me, week 11, engaging in passions, it's all going to be about the music for me. And at the same time, I get to create some beautiful, amazing meditations for you guys that will be available on my upcoming website. So yeah, thanks for joining me yet again. And I wish you all an amazing, beautiful, light-filled week. Much love and blessings from me, and I will see you next week. Bye.